Hey y'all, I have a little bit of a bonus video for you today. My plan is for this to come out on a day that I haven't normally been posting on, so be a little something extra for you. Today I'm going to show you our new smart shades. Y'all, I mentioned a few weeks ago in a video, I was trying to think about how long ago it had been, but I was talking about the blinds that we had in our living room having holes in them where the kids had pulled them to look out of them and they had snapped and broke. The blinds that were in here were those wide plastic blinds. We live in a double wide mobile home, and it's the blinds that came with the home, and there's nothing wrong with them other than you know, the kids would pull on them and they would break. I would try to remember to go and raise them up a little bit so the kids could see out of them, but sometimes they'd get to them before I did, or it would be really hot and I'd want to try to leave them down, but they would want to look out, and some of them ended up broken. And it was bugging me. It was bugging me, especially across the front of the house, because it just didn't look very good. One of y'all had actually given me a tip that you can do something and move the blinds around, and the extra ones that are on the bottom move up, but we didn't have any extra ones on the bottom. And I already kind of had in mind that I wanted to do the roller blinds, the roller shades, which is what we have. Let me flip you around and show you. Oh, and by the way, before I get any further, let me introduce myself in case you're new. I'm Tiffany. This is Our Small Town Life. Typically around here we share our day-to-day life, show you what it looks like living in a small town here in Alabama, and we'd love to have you as part of our family. I already have these up a little bit so that I could let some sunlight in, but these are the ones that I chose, and I'm going to add some clips over this so you can see them all the way down, so you can see how they roll up. These are from Allesin, and I do have a discount code for you, 20% off. I'll put all that information down in the description box, links and all that handy information. And they have more than just these roller blinds. They had zebra blinds, all different things, so definitely go and take a look. And when we were putting these up, I asked Justin after we had gotten done, it didn't take long at all, and I said, how was the ease of installation? And he said, that's the easiest blind I've ever put up. So there's that. All we had to do was take down the old ones. That actually took more time. Unscrewing the brackets, I think they had 3 or 4 brackets each, and taking those down. These had 2 brackets each, and you don't have to be real specific about where you place them, because the whole blind can snap into those brackets, and then all you have to do is snap the blind in. We did get the solar panel to go with these, and I highly recommend that, because you can just stick it to the window and then plug it into the blind, and you never have to think about charging them. But it does have a USB-C port, and so you could take them down, charge them, put them back up. But I highly recommend the solar panel, because it was so easy to stick it to the window and we don't have to think about charging them. I had several colors to choose from, and I chose the grayish, so it's a little gray, a little beige. I was gonna get the solid gray, and it's darker than these that I chose. I have a lot of gray in here. As a matter of fact, I think it would have been almost the exact same color as this top part of my wall, and so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna get something that's, 1, a little bit lighter, and 2, brings just a smidge more warmth. They each come with remotes, and you have the up and down, and then the pause, so you can stop it wherever you want. And we did these across the front of the house. I think I mentioned that, except for a couple of rooms that had blinds, curtains, not blinds, curtains. A couple of rooms already had curtains, so we haven't done them in there yet. But all those that were broken across the front of the house, we've replaced. And so when I pull in the driveway, it just feels so nice seeing these blinds across the front of the house. The plastic blinds in our den, it's on the back side of the house, they also are broken and need to be replaced. So that's up next on my list. And eventually I would like to have, you know, the few that we haven't done yet with these. We did mine and Justin's bedroom, the living room, and Audrey's room. We also got a Wi-Fi bridge so that we can tell Echo to raise or lower the blinds. You can even set it to a certain percentage. You can say raise the blinds to 70%. Did you hear me? And it will move the blinds to where you want them. And you can control multiple blinds from a single remote. Those are some extra add-on things that you could do. We did have a little bit of trouble figuring out the Wi-Fi bridge at first, and I reached out and they were so helpful and explained it all to me. Talking about these remotes, let me go show you what Audrey did with the one in her room. Here's the shade in Audrey's room. You can really see the color pretty good in here. Matches all the other ones. And she had the idea to take some Velcro and put some Velcro on her window frame and then on the back side of the remote and stick the remote right here so that she can push it, get to it. Ta-da! So you could do that same thing even by your light switch if you wanted to hang the remote up so you knew where it was at and you didn't find yourself looking for it. And doesn't that just look nice? I love the way that they look. Something else I wanted to add about these blinds is they do a good job at blocking out light and heat. This side of the house, when the sun comes up, this is where it shines in, and it keeps that sun from coming right through the windows and does a really good job of keeping the heat blocked out. Another thing that's really great about these is, like if you live in an older house or even a mobile home like we do, sometimes the windows are an odd measurement. These are custom, so when you go to order them, you put in the exact measurements of your window and they make them to fit, so you don't have to worry about the size being off if maybe you have windows that aren't, you know, the typical measurements. Audrey also just said it'd be really good for something like an RV when you've got windows that are those odd measurements. And we got the ones that go on the inside, they fit on the inside of the window. You can also get ones that mount to the outside and come down, you know, a little further off the window. If you had like a really narrow window frame, that's something you could do, but these fit really well inside of our window. They do have those other options though. I told y'all that I would share with you our plans for blinds across. He has a T-Rex. That is so cool.
Roar, roar, stomp, stomp, stomp.
Stomp and roar. I told you that I would share what we were doing with blinds across the front of the house. You know, when I showed those broken ones, I said, I'll update you and let you know what I got in mind to do. And we've had these for a little while. We've been able to try them out. I've shown you some clips here and there and videos of the blinds, but wanted to take the time to sit down and really share about them with you today. All right. We'll see if we can wrangle these youngins. Are you supposed to be standing on the couch? All right, y'all. I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.